Hi. So, very good evening, everyone. This is Yanu from Bollywood Couch, and thank you so much for joining us live. I would like to thank all our associates, our style partner Deval Jewels, our community partner V, beauty partner Vedi, accessories partner Truly Mittila, and our food partner Indie Fair. History is made by those who break the rules. They say, break the stereotypes and rest the next generation will see. Today, we have the wonderful Dr. Rita Jairath with us, who is India's first woman to enter bodybuilding. She has won the prestigious Pro card from the International Federation of Bodybuilding and is also an IFBB Pro League International judge. While she contributes to the growth of fitness industry, especially women fitness, she has also dedicated her life towards her child who is now 30 years old and is challenged with autism. She wishes she is able to inspire people who are struggling with similar battles and challenges. She is being listed first in the Forbes magazine on Women's Day in 2020. She is also the writer in Crunch Today, Fitness Guru, and bodyandstrength.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the amazing Rita Jairath and listen to her exceptional story of courage and success. So, yes, I can see Rita Jairath. Okay, so I'm just joining her right now. Hi, ma'am.
Good to see you.
Very good to see you, ma'am. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Like really amazing. It's always special to connect with people on Instagram. That has almost become a second family for everybody now.
True, 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 true. Lovely, ma'am. Lovely to see you, ma'am. We are really looking ahead to know a lot about you. Ma'am, your voice is not very much well audible, actually.
Uh, okay, now is it better now?
Yes, it's better now.
Yeah, yeah, I hope it works.
Yes, 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 yes. Okay, ma'am. So no, let's just start the round of questions because there's so much to know about you.
Yes, sure.
So, ma'am, you are India's first woman to enter bodybuilding. So, what inspired you to be one?
A lot of people already know about that because how I started was that my son wanted to, it was just the beginning of the era of film stars with six packs. Before that, we didn't
Okay,
have much of that. You see, if you see the earlier days, we had, the stars who were more focused upon their acting talent and the character that they are portraying. But now we have, fitness is a huge thing, and it was the beginning of that era when Hrithik Roshan came in Bollywood, and my son wanted to have a body like him, and
oh,
I had to accompany him. I had no choice but to accompany him to the gym. I wouldn't let him by himself, considering the challenges that he had. So he was already 15 years old at that time, and that is when I went for the first time to the gym to actually begin, a hardcore weight training. And then eventually I, went on to, then one thing followed another, and then I actually eventually competed.
wow. Okay. So, ma'am, it's there. It's always said that when we do something of our passion, it's said that it follows from the childhood. So, ma'am, is there anything during your childhood days that inspired you and shaped you to be what you are today?
Yes, actually, bodybuilding, we perceive bodybuilding as something which is, a huge set of muscles and, the visual thing about it. But I strongly believe that we must actually also have a paradigm shift in the way we perceive bodybuilding. Because if you are gaining muscle and losing fat, you are bodybuilding. You're building a body, it's the strength that
Okay.
you are gaining, and it's the kind of lifestyle that you live. If you are positive, you're building something, you're doing something constructive, that is bodybuilding. So from childhood, my father was in the Air Force, and
Oh,
so they're always, how the defense personnel are, they're very fit. And so the fit I was very fond of fitness. I always wanted to be fit, and I was always engaged in some or the other physical activity. Like I was never complacent or lazy or laid back. I was always very, very passionate. So it was right from childhood that I had a very, very fit lifestyle. And more than anything else, I used to read a lot. I used to read a
Okay.
lot about it. I took interest in fitness not only just to be visible, but to be able to do, to work to the fullest potential. And I wanted to continue this for very long, even when I visualized that even when I was very small. So I used to read
Okay.
about how we can do it, the biochemical aspects of it, the biomechanical aspects of it. So it was there very much in me, and it was just a matter of time that this thing happened.
Okay, that's nice. So, ma'am, winning the prestigious pro card in bodybuilding is indeed a very big achievement. So, please share us about that journey of success.
Yes, you see, earlier we had very conventional bodybuilding, in the world, not in India. In India, it didn't exist. But outside, in the outside world, say USA or UK, the women who were bodybuilding, so, even at that time, it was a very, very small percentage of women do. But bodybuilding per se in women was very, very freaky. And I have
Oh,
been fortunate that when in the period that I had started, the International Federation of Bodybuilding came up with divisions like the figure, bikini. In fact, when I started,
wow.
very few people in India even knew about these different divisions.
Mm,
So there was just one division, and it was not done. The norms and patterns were not that were followed, were not as per the international ways.
okay.
So when I started competing initially, I started traveling abroad to compete, and then I saw that the pro card is something very, very prestigious. You know, uh,
Yes.
it was at that time it was even more difficult to procure one. Now we have it in India since the last 3 or 4 years, but
Mm,
otherwise it was extremely difficult, and there was a very, very elite number of people across the globe who became IFBB pros in their lifetime. So
mm,
that was kind of my target, and I wanted to do that. I did have a lot of things against me, like the very first thing is you have to begin with yourself. My age was not in my favor, and then besides that, the society and the other difficulties of the federations and so on and so forth. So you always face a lot of opposition. You want to do something special. So eventually, then the IFBB competitions are now being conducted in India also. So I'm very, very, very fortunate. I got to represent India in many countries across the world.
yes.
Now it's kind of a paradox that people who are competing are not traveling abroad because we have these competitions right here in India. But I was
Mm,
like one of the very few, very lucky ones who got to represent India, in Europe, in Hong Kong, in Asia, many,
wow.
many countries. So that was a very, very good opportunity for me. So eventually,
Mm.
once I won the pro card, then I felt that I must give back to the society, and that's how I retired. And then I gave my examination to start judging shows.
Okay, okay, that's very inspiring. Going against the odds and doing something is it's really something that we all look forward to. You all look up to.
Yeah.
So, so ma'am, we have heard about your upcoming web series based on your life. So, would you like to share us a bit more about it?
Yeah, that I'm very fortunate actually. There are, everybody I think is a hero in himself. A little more, a little less. But my life, just that my life is very unconventional. There was this the lady. Her name is Paramjeet Kaur, and she wrote a book on me. The book is already ready,
Wow.
and
Yes.
we just want everything to be launched together. So we're just looking into various options that can be done in the best possible way. And so it was like living my life with her all over again in the process of her writing the screenplay and the
Wow.
book. And because I've had a lot of variations in my life
Mm,
touches mental health issues, sports, women's empowerment, and about
mm,
about children schooling. the issues various sections of the society face, because I've seen that much of variation and ups and downs in my life. So I'm very, very fortunate that this movie is being these web series. It was actually to be made a movie, but this,
Okay.
because of the COVID, they thought that it wouldn't be very practical to make it into a Bollywood film, and you cannot do justice to a
Mm.
decade of more than five, a life of more than 5 decades. You
Mm.
can't do
Mm.
justice to it in a 2 hour
True.
movie. So
True.
it
Absolutely true.
turned out to be better that now it's web series are being made. So it will be on Netflix eventually.
Wow, very nice. We are really looking forward to, ma'am. Any specific dates you know that when it is going to be released or something? Anything? Any hint you want to give us?
Oh, that's a very, very complicated process. It's very way,
Okay.
but yeah, we're really looking forward to it. And the beautiful name that the writer has assigned for it is Aparajita. So
Wow, beautiful.
yeah, that's a very lovely name.
Yes.
It's a gift to me by God, because as I
Yes,
said, a
absolutely.
lot of people go through a lot, but I'm very fortunate
Mm.
and very, very blessed. I think God gives it
Yes.
back. Whatever you go
True.
through, gives it back in one go.
True, true, true. He definitely gives it back, huh? It's an
Yes,
example.
yes, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Just
So
dedicate a lot in my life, by giving me the strength to and open a lot of new avenues for me to work. I lost
Mm.
my prime years of my life, looking after my child, and I couldn't
Mm.
pursue my career for about 20 years. And all
Wow,
I
20 years.
so that 20 years I could have really built myself and strengthened my life, and
Mm.
but it was very, very unconventional, very different, and I set out to do something which otherwise was medically impossible for my child.
Yes.
So
Yes.
kind of, and people they try to suppress you when a woman is trying to do things,
Yes.
and they try to
Yes.
overshadow all that. So sometimes God does it such a thing that you can there's a point where you can just take away the clouds from the sun, and then nobody can stop you. So it will kind of vindicate everything.
Wow. This is so inspiring, ma'am. It's really very inspiring to listen to you. So, ma'am, you have been quite a multitasker, from being a classical dancer, then bodybuilder, fitness coach, writer, social worker, and of course a mother. So, how have you managed to maintain the balance among all of them, all the roles?
Actually, it is difficult because I really don't get time, and sometimes I don't know who is making me do all this, and sometimes I wonder why I'm doing it all because I'm like just non-stop. I sometimes don't have time to talk, and these kind of things happen. I have classes back to back. I have soreness. I get exhausted, but there definitely is some fire in me. I have in the process of losing many years, I have lost life, and I know the value of the presence of life in itself. And I want
Wow.
to explore my potential, and I want to, cover up those 20 years. And that
Mm,
fire in me, where I didn't let it die, that I will do it now. So, like Bharatnatyam is there. I was
mm,
doing it as a child when I was in Chennai. I learned for about 7, 8 years, and I was doing well, but I had to leave it. So after a gap
mm.
of 25 years, I started again, and
Wow.
now I'm bent upon going to the next level in it, as much as
Wow.
possible. These are arts where even one lifetime is not enough. They say 7 lifetimes are not enough. There is no end to it. But just as much as possible. So I would like to say that you must explore your potentials to the fullest, because you have only one
Mm,
life. And
true.
the martial arts, the culinary part, I started that
Mm,
because I was having some flexibility and response time. My response time was lesser, those kind of issues in the classical dance.
okay.
But when I started learning
Oh.
it, I realized that it's an entire world in itself, and I'm like so excited that no matter whether I get tired or not, I will just be very consistent, and I know that I will manage. So that
Wow.
child, there was a young guy, 32, 33 years old. In the class, he asked that it's the 6, 7 year old children who are who will start learning this Kalari Payat, and it's only then that they
Mm,
are able to master it. How will I do it? I'm a 30-year-old man, and I told him, look, I'm a woman in my 50s and I know I'm going to do it. So you don't worry about that part. You just need to be consistent, and it may take a little longer. But in the process of learning also, every day we improve in so many other ways in our daily life. So, like Kalaripayat, you even in the process of practicing the kind of kicks and jumps, your body opens up. You're always energetic. You'll never be lethargic. So, if you have not mastered the art, as a human being, you become much, much better. You become aware of your body. So, you should enjoy the process, that what the human being that it is making out of you. So that kind of keeps me going, to that I want to do so much in life. I lost many years and I want to do everything and more. So I want to work until the end of my life. And so for that, I keep myself stronger, younger, and alive till the end. And as they say, it's a
Lovely.
process, like it's aging. It will happen to everybody. You cannot undo age. So I read a lot. I read about telomeres. I read about biochemistry. I read about how to keep up the joints. So my target is that unless and until I keep myself very educated and aware, and I just keep on working hard for the sake of it, it will not work like that. So in that process, I read myself, I do it for myself, and so everything happens together, and I become a multitasker. That's about it.
Wow. So I think it's all about the, consistency and the intention, I believe. So if we
Yes,
all have an intention of doing something, I think everything is just possible, things
yes,
just fall into frame.
yes, yeah. If you cannot do something, you just break it into baby steps, and then keep doing.
Yes.
And it's impossible that you cannot do it. It's only like usually people may take 1 month, and you can take 1 year. But so what? The process is improving you anyways. So if you
Wow.
just don't give up, then you can just go on and on. And at the end, sometimes we end up being better than the people who are talented because we don't give up.
Yes, yes, yes. Never giving up. Yeah, that is very, very, it's very important actually. It happens most of the times, in our life that, we think like giving up, something just comes up and then we just feel like giving up. Actually, that particular point of, not giving up and going on is something that, that keeps us all going, I believe.
Absolutely. Every single day comes. And when I have to miss some workout or I have to miss something, I know the value of that single day and that single hour, because man is a habit of his slaves. If you miss 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, then you will become like that. And that scares me, that I'm not doing it, and I may lose that habit. So that scares me. And so that is why, even if I'm tired or I don't have the time, I squeeze out the time and I manage something. So that keeps me going. When you lose something, it really motivates when you still have the fire alight.
Yeah, lovely, ma'am. I think everyone is loving it. I can see the hearts up going up and up.
They're very kind. They're very, very kind.
Okay, ma'am. So, you are a mother of a special child, and I must say that you have done a marvelous job by making him a man of dreams. So, even with the challenge of autism, he could complete his post graduation from UK. So, it's a
Yes.
dream of many parents like you. So, please share how did you make this challenging thing possible?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for the opportunity. Yes, a lot of people talk to me about bodybuilding, and that's also very important. That really helps lives to become better. But the this is something for all parents who have special children, not necessarily special children, but even children who are difficult. Otherwise, normal children who are difficult.
Yes.
I always say that every person is an individual in his own right. Even if you have a 6 months old baby, I think you should not treat that. You should treat that person with respect, because he's an individual human being. You shouldn't be treating that person as a little baby who doesn't know anything. That baby has every right to express the likes and dislike of whatever, whether he eats or which toy the child likes. And there is always a natural orientation, which that flow we must allow. And the second thing is that we must value the presence of life. Now, I used to get very, very sad and broken hearted that I have a child, with all difficulties. I used to look at other children and I used to cry. So at the time, my father used to tell me that value the presence of life. You have a human being, and he's today he's a much better human being than some of the so-called normal children who don't
Mm,
respect their parents, or
mm,
who have got all
mm,
the bad habits. So my
mm,
child, in spite of the challenges, is very he's a
mm,
big support to me in whatever way he possibly can.
mm,
So
mm,
when he was a child, and like the doctor said that he will not be able to speak, and it's crazy to give the time to him. I was at a point where where I had kind of lost everything. My mother was a patient of schizophrenia, and my childhood was very, very difficult, full of turmoils and very traumatic. And then, I had issues with my in-laws as a woman. So the only thing left for me was my child. And
mm,
when he was diagnosed with autism, and they said that there is no hope at all, I said that I used to look at people who can inspire me. That is why I know that it's so important to set examples and inspire. Like I used to, we didn't have internet and all at that time. He's 88 born
mm,
child. So
mm,
I used to, look at examples like in Reader's Digest, magazines like that, where they had stories. And my father used to tell me that people in the ICU who have pins and needles all over, and they cannot survive. Even they fight it out and they survive. You just have to have the spirit. So you can give it a
mm,
try, and especially because I actually had nothing else to look forward to. So
mm,
there was no awareness about autism in India at that time, and
mm,
we didn't have the
mm,
internet, as I said. So
mm,
my
mm,
uncle, I wrote to him, and he's in US, and obviously there they have a lot of information and research that has been done, that had been done at that time, and he sent me a lot of study material, and I made
mm.
my own therapeutic modalities according to him.
Oh,
um, you
okay.
know, I took him to a certain psychiatrist, and I just saw for a couple of sessions what they did. But I thought that I can do a much better job because they have very closed mind and they put people in slots. And
Mm,
one doctor told me that, these children can speak and can, reasonably normalize, but it takes 15, 20 years every single day, and in 24 hours you have to give like 36 hours every day, and you have to give up your whole life. Nobody in the earth will do that. You must be crazy. I said that I will do that, and
wow.
I will do that. And I have actually, see, you can pretend for 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. You cannot
Mm, mm.
pretend for
Yes.
20 years.
For lifetime. Yes, yes, yes.
And in the
Mm,
school, when I got him admitted in DPS with lot of difficulties, and in the school nobody believed, and everybody thought that I'm crazy. They thought, why are you not able to accept that he has a challenge? And but I used to rewrite the NCERT books according to him, make him learn,
wow.
go with him to school, be with him at school, do a lot of voluntary work, drive with him, come back with him. So that way I kind of gave my whole life for 20 years. And then after he passed out of school, we tried a lot to get him to be able to do graduation here. But
Mm,
graduation, university studies are one level up, and India has a lot of theoretical based
mm, mm,
education which you
mm.
cannot apply. So even
Yes.
graduates are not employable, actually. They still again need to start from step one. So
Yes.
there is an autism society in UK, and the society there is comparatively more evolved and matured. So I got him admitted there. It took me a lot of courage. Again, I got a hell lot of opposition because the kind of money that needed to be
Mm,
spent there, he wasn't getting any scholarship, and I had to make extra arrangements for him, travel there very often. But at the end, it enriched him, and that is really priceless. So he finally did his post graduation, and I don't know how I did it.
this is so inspiring, man. I'm telling you. I completely had goosebumps, listening to your story. You are really a epitome of strength, I must say, that it's so inspiring, it's really so
Yeah,
inspiring.
I wish that people ask me about my son. That is something which, if
Mm,
is this thing is spread, people
mm,
start believing. I never used to talk about my son for one reason. You will be amazed. I was told that I'm trying to gain sympathy, but
Mm, mm.
uh, but I took him to for a show where he sang a song, and he sang so well, and then people who knew him, because he's still learning classical music now. Uh,
Oh, wow.
yeah, so he sang so well that like everybody, they got back to me that how is it possible, and my son is not vocal, how is your child singing on stage, and he was standing stable. And so like I told, and I felt that a lot of parents got a lot of courage from that, and then I
Mm,
started talking about it openly. I think that it really helps a lot of people who are going through a lot of trauma. So that is
yes.
something very, very important. I see somebody writing, "Hi, Rita." Oh, hello. That's
And a
very
lot of things people are mentioning actually. They're so inspired by you actually. I can see a lot of comments coming up. So, ma'am, any message from you for all the parents out there who owns a special child?
yes. I definitely feel that you shouldn't. As I said, that you must value the presence of life, and
Mm,
treat the person as You should give space. See, there are a lot of things which he does, which I may not agree with otherwise as a mother. Like
mm,
uh, he watches. He's a 32-year-old man. He watches baby TV. I would like him to watch news, ideally. Then
mm,
so he's got certain things which
mm.
autistic children are, by with their symptoms are such that they have a habit of obsession and fixation, which
Okay.
is very, very painful, and he does it, to in a full blown way. But you have to accept that if you don't accept, then you will be fighting it out. The child will not change, no matter what. So,
Mm,
whatever the child, you have to strike a balance that there are certain things that the child will not be able to achieve, and you have to accept that, accept it
mm,
as a will of God. And the second thing is that, we have to make arrangement. That's a societal issue also, that there are a lot of privileges and provisions for physically handicapped children. But for
okay.
mentally handicapped adults, when they have
Mm,
nobody to take care of them and protect them, there
mm,
is nothing at all. There is a lot
mm,
of for employment of physically challenged people. Ramps are being constructed everywhere, and there are quotas in
true.
employment.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
But
Mm,
what about the mentally handicapped children? There is no
mm,
safety for them. No matter how much money you leave to them, there will be people who will
mm,
harm them once the
mm.
parents are not there. So there must be
Yes.
provision regarding that, and every parent must look into that aspect and prepare for that and accept, because otherwise the child will never be happy, because the
Mm,
biggest thing is that life is a collection of moments. And if
yes.
there are normal people who are not happy, but my son, I can say one thing, that no matter what, with all the problems, he's the happiest child. So his life will pass in happiness, and everything has to end anyways one day. So what matters,
Yes.
if you are happy with the with the music system that has very big bass, and no treble, and you want to hear a certain kind of music, or you want a certain kind of food, or want to, like I said, you want to watch baby TV or something like that, let them he is happy,
Mm,
and that is what matters in the end. So
mm,
I think you must accept certain things, that as long as the child is not harming the fabric of the society, as long as
mm,
he's not harming anybody, and is able to live a happy life, and is
mm,
within reasonable limits, it will be much more easier to strike a balance and keep everybody at peace. So
mm.
that's my message. And never give up. Just continuously work on that, and look for ways to protect him when you are not there. And I have Jeannie here. She's an amazing woman. We are doing a video series for fitness, teaching. I'm doing it with her, and I'm so touched to see her. She's an
Wow.
amazing.
This is
Yeah.
very inspiring, ma'am. It's I am very inspired, and I'm sure all the audience out there will definitely are loving it. Yeah, everyone is mentioning, that you are so inspiring. It's so
Yeah.
lovely. Okay, ma'am. So, being a fitness coach, any tips for our audience to stay healthy and fit?
Yes. Oh, there are hundreds of tips actually. The
Just
first tip
something
is that
in a crux, yeah.
Yes, see, deep inside, everybody knows that this is good for them and this is bad for them. A good dietitian, a good fitness coach will tell you what to do, but you have to decide what you should not do. Now, if I write a diet and give somebody, the person may take the diet, may also take alcohol, must, they
Mm,
may not sleep well, and they may be indulging in tidbits here and there. So
mm,
or they may skip a workout or feel lazy. So the first and the basic tip is that you have to bring your motivation from within yourself. If you feel
mm,
and you know the cause, the reason, you should have a kind of reason why you want to remain fit. You should be very
mm,
aware and acknowledge that, because that will
mm,
keep you motivated and remind you. If you're motivated,
mm,
actually being fit is the easiest thing.
mm,
The human body is such that it is designed automatically. If you eat right, it's such a magical thing. It's the real magic is in the human body only. If you eat right,
mm,
automatically it will become like that. So
mm,
it's so easy. There's no science in it. The problem is that how to keep a person motivated. That is exactly
mm,
what coach does. So how to
mm,
keep still, how if, and that is the reason why people talk about meditation, about yoga, because there is a
mm,
strength in stillness. If you learn
mm,
how to not to get bored,
mm,
see, like in Bharatnatyam, in Kalaripayat,
mm,
all the arts, we have this, that even if you have perfected something, do it 10 times every day, even when you're perfect,
mm,
to the extent that it
mm,
becomes your reflex action. It should come
mm,
automatically. Your habit should be
mm,
such that you only like, your taste is developed for healthy things. So
mm,
if you make yourself like that, then if you have a group of people who are eating all the indulgent and not desirable things in front of you, you will never get
mm,
tempted. You're like a saint. No matter what happens in front of you, you are able to like, if I go to a get together, we have our school
mm,
get togethers on a
mm,
monthly basis, not in these times but in the non-COVID period.
mm.
Everybody, they are eating and drinking. I go and I just sit with a glass of water, and I tell them, I'll share the bill with you, but I have come to meet you, and I always come home and eat. So no matter what you give,
Oh,
just doesn't make any difference to me. I never
oh
get.
my God.
So that is,
Lovely.
it has to be so much deep within you. So I feel that you
Oh,
should strive for that, strive to get that mindset always.
mm. Yes, very truly mentioned, why you should become like a saint, it should not distract you. These things
Yes.
should not distract you. That's the challenge actually, yeah. Most of the time that is how it happens. We always think, okay, we will do this kind of diet and everything, and then one day we go out and then suddenly we think, okay, today is a cheat day, and then it's
Yes.
absolutely
Then
everything
it's
is gone.
yes, it just spiraling down. There's something. This is my
True.
rule. I cannot do it.
That's true.
Like
Nice.
in religion, like if you have a fast, people don't
Hmm.
eat
Hmm.
till it, because
Yes.
there is a religious thing to it.
Right. Yes.
Religious. So
Yes.
it's like religion. Like if somebody tells me, okay, just have a sip of this, say
Hmm.
or something, I won't have a sip, not because of the religious thing or moral issues, but because I don't want to. I don't want. That is my dharma. That is my domain. That my sacred domain. I won't do that because that's my rule. So if you
Beautiful.
want like that, you will enjoy it.
Yes. That's lovely, ma'am.
Mm.
So, ma'am, you have been awarded with an honorary doctorate by the United Nations Diplomatic Mission in Women and Child Empowerment. What did you like to say about it?
Yes, that is mainly because of the kind of work that I have done. This was 2 years ago, and it was the kind of work that I had done in last 30 years. So, I had told, given out as, through the embassy, the US
Hmm.
embassy, and it's the American
Yeah.
city. So I submitted all the work that I had done, and I was offered this. People knew that I have worked for my child, and in the process, I had done my education all over again. So
Oh.
2 times, and a lot of work in keeping, upholding, and helping to promote the Indian culture, heritage, and arts. So there were a lot of things that I'm doing. I'm actually also doing this with the ELS Edification Plus in UK. They are
Oh,
working upon educating tribal children and improving child health. So they're
okay.
spreading out to 100 countries now. Presently, it is there
Oh
in
my God.
Libya, South Africa, and even in India, with the Tamil Nadu government is doing. They are educating 2,000, scheduled tribe women to become teachers. So
Okay.
the Tamil Nadu government is doing it. The district administration.
Okay.
That
Okay.
work is already going on. So, I have contributed. I don't write much about, you cannot write. How many things will you write? In fact, yesterday I spoke to one of the organizers, the founder, that you must give me a banner. People don't know about it.
Hmm.
So that this message is spread, that this thing is available. The governments are doing a lot of work at ground level to educate people. We already
Hmm.
have the Anganwadi system here,
Hmm.
uh,
Hmm.
so that kind of makes people aware that this thing is available, so people can reach out. So
Okay. Okay.
all this work, they approved me, and they gave me this honorary doctorate. So that was very, very heartening, actually. I
Yes.
wasn't writing the title earlier, but they called me and they said that, why don't you write? I said it's like pretty embarrassing. Like, I'm not a medical doctor, but it's important because you should people should know. It will help
Yes.
us.
Yes,
So,
absolutely. It's something that you have earned. I definitely we should write it. It is really.
so Anish,
Can you hear me?
charger la. Iska charger. Oh, the battery is showing a battery low signal.
Oh, okay,
That's,
okay, okay,
that's
okay.
fine. Iska charger. Iska. Okay, I'm fine. I'll get the
Yeah.
charger.
Okay, 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 okay. Nice. Okay, ma'am. So how are you engaged nowadays after your retirement from active bodybuilding?
First of all, the moment I retired, I wanted to always continue to remain associated with bodybuilding. So
Hmm.
I am now judging the shows, the international shows, and I'm writing articles with Fitness Guru and Crunch Today and BodyandStrength.com. We have
Yes.
the editor of Fitness Guru, Ginny Chug. I told you she's an amazing woman,
Oh.
and she's there with us. And so, I write articles because, as I said, I want to give back. I also give online training. I have my website, ritajared.com. So I give diet consultation and, the exercise schedules and these things I do. So, and I am, of course, doing my own practice also. So these are the things I am associated
Wow, this is lovely, yeah.
with. Thank you
So,
so
ma'am,
much.
any message for our audience?
Yes, the message is that you must live life to your fullest potential. God has given you one life, and you cannot just exist and go. It's a crime.
Yes.
You must explore what you're capable of. Try new things, learn new things, and have the
Hmm.
ability to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And
Yes.
one, if you want to learn something new, you have to sometimes be ready to look clumsy. Like when I start
Hmm.
learning something new, sometimes I go with the small children also. They're all 6 7 year old children, and I'm the older one, and I learn with them, and I'm the most clumsy one. But 6 years, 5 years, time passes, and then I'm with the seniors. So I think that you break things into baby steps and have the uh, and when you're working and learning with along with youngsters, you remain young.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
always try to learn a new language. It will protect you from Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's, keep you young, keep your gray cells functioning. It's mental gymnastics. And so
Yes.
that's what, live life to the fullest. That's what I'm saying. And be kind.
Lovely, ma'am. I really love that, what you mentioned about learning and unlearning. We often
Yes.
learn new things, but then we forget that unlearning part. We always stuck to that thing what we had learned once upon a time. I think learning and equally unlearning is also very important. So
Yes,
this is
yes. To
really
unlearn
lovely.
and to learn. That makes your soul
Mm.
very, 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 very beautiful.
Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, ma'am. So lastly, any message for Bollywood Couch?
Oh, you're doing a great job, and I saw the profile. Amazing, people who have, done some work, and you're bringing us all on the forefront. So Bollywood in itself is loved by, the entire world, all across the globe. So to bring us forward is amazing, and keep doing the good work, and spreading the beautiful messages from different people.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was really a pleasure to have you. So now, ma'am, it's time that we take some questions from our audience.
Yes,
So,
sure.
yeah. So before that, ma'am, I would again like to thank our associates because this talk show has been co-associated with some brands. So our style partner, Deval Jewels, they have a good collection, and then they are in the Facebook and also in the Instagram. Then our community partner, We is again a women entrepreneur enclave, where it's a platform given to all the women to do something in their life, and then come out of whatever they want to do, and they can prove themselves in a better way. And then beauty partner Vedi, then our accessories partner Truly Mithila, and our food partner Indie Fair. So I think now it's time that we can take some questions. Okay, so let me check. Okay, so there's so many people are very happy, ma'am. There are a lot of things. Your education has laid off. Many people have mentioned you're a very inspiring woman. You're epitome of strength. Okay, it's lovely. A lot of things to learn from you, ma'am. You are a superwoman.
Thank you.
Okay.
Very kind.
Okay. Okay, people. So we are here. Ma'am is here with us. Please, you can throw your questions. She's here to answer us. The motivation for all of us.
Oh,
Okay. Okay. I think people are still wondering what to question because maybe they have already known more
yes,
about you.
yes, yes. Yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
So, ma'am, nowadays I think you are learning. I think martial arts, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Martial arts, yes. Okay, that's a very good thing you picked up, since nobody's asking any question. So we have this Kalari Payat, it's actually an Indian martial art. And they
Hmm.
say that it was made by none other than Lord Parshuram. It's part of our
Oh,
cultural heritage from Kerala. This was the original martial art, and actually, Bodhisattva learned it from here, and he took this art to the Eastern countries, and they kind of tweaked it, and that was actually all this came before. This was the origin of the judo, jiu-jitsu, karate, taekwondo. This is the mother. Like you have Sanskrit is the mother of all languages. This is
okay,
the kind of mother of all martial arts. But
okay.
the people. It was earlier we didn't have strategic warfare and the kind of weapons that we have now. And
Hmm.
Kalari fighters were very very strong and extremely intimidating. They can just smash a person, and they have techniques. I mean, like uh, in fact, Marma Shastra was not taught to everybody. It's like it's so
Hmm.
scary.
Hmm.
So the British banned it. The British even banned a lot of classical art. The
Hmm.
British did not want Indian heritage to blossom and flourish much. So
Hmm.
it remained restricted to the close rooms, close places in Kerala. And
Okay.
actually it's very nice that now we have online the technology, because of which people from so many, in fact different countries, in our
Hmm.
online classes, people from different countries join in different time zones. So I'm very fortunate that I was able to get access to this class first of all. Otherwise, I used to always I had heard of it, and who would go and live in Kerala to do that, But I'm very, very thankful, and it's a great art,
So
absolutely
how you
wonderful.
were doing it, learning it here in Mumbai? They have a class in Mumbai, or like how you were doing it?
No, no, online, online.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but they
okay.
but they know their job. They really know how to do it. And of course, there are
Oh,
certain things that they say that eventually you'll have to come to the Kalari. The place where they learn is called the Kalari. You'll have to
okay.
come up there, but it's inspired by the movements of animals like
Oh,
the Gaja, Singha, Ashwa. Ashwa is a horse in Sanskrit, and Gaja is the
okay.
Simha
This is
is, of
very
course, the
interesting.
lion.
Oh,
Yeah. So there are eight postures and their movements, and so it is all in Sarpa Vadi. This is
hmm.
called Sarpa Vadi. So they are inspired by the movement of animals, and it can really change your body phenomenally. So they say that if
Okay.
you practice Gajavadi, you get the power of an elephant within you. So
Oh,
it has a lot of science in it, and amazing. It is just amazing. You don't need to really do anything else if you're doing Kalari Payat.
oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Very nice. Yeah, I had heard about it, but I didn't know so much in detail about it. So
Oh no,
this is
if you want, I will send you on WhatsApp the phone
yes,
numbers, and you can at some point of time when you feel like you can join
sure.
the online
Yes,
classes.
yes.
They have new batches, and it's just very, very. Even if you're not able to do it, in the process of doing all those exercises, and
Hmm.
you really gain a lot.
Hmm. Lovely. That will be really great, ma'am. This will be
Yeah,
nice. Very
yeah,
interesting. You because it was this monotonous, this going to gym and then this is all
yes,
very monotonous, everyone may not like it. But this is
yes.
something different is always very interesting,
Absolutely.
something.
I used to go to the sports complex and do a lot of cardio. And,
Hmm.
I asked the Bharatnatyam guru where I go to Ganesh Natyalaya. She's 83 years old and she still performs.
Oh,
And I asked her
wow.
that, how are you able to, do it at this age? She said, just take care of your joints. And she said, you go to sports complex to do this running. Don't do that. There are other exercises that you can do. And so what
Hmm.
happened was that in this COVID period, we were not
Hmm.
allowed to go anywhere. And so I found this, and this is an all-in-one exercise, so it's strengthening and I don't need, when you're doing Bharatnatyam and Kalari Payat, I don't need to go to
Hmm.
the sports club. I'm learning arts also. It's kind of a functional training also, and there is a lot of mental awareness that you build in it. So you are not restricted to just doing that monotonous running at the sports
Hmm.
complex. So, and then your
Yes.
joints are getting better, in fact. You don't have to
Oh,
do that. So,
so
I'm like very excited about it and doing
this is
it.
very interesting. I'll definitely explore. It's very
Yes,
interesting.
yes,
Yes. So, ma'am, it was very nice because now we have a time constraint and I cannot, cannot go a bit longer. So it was really amazing to have you, ma'am. You were such an inspiration. And I'm sure,
thank,
that everyone is inspired and the people who will watch this video, they'll be definitely very much motivated and inspired by you, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. And we wish you all the best. Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you for having me, and lots of love, and thank you to everybody who joined.
Yes. Thank you so much, ma'am. Bye bye.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.